All right, so we're going to get these values for these environment variables. The first one, your order might be a little different than mine, but that's okay. The first one, environment unique name. We're going to head over to the Power Apps portal for our KubeChain prod environment. All right, so I'm here in the KubeChain prod environment in Power Apps. Now I'm going to click on the settings cog and click on session details. I'm going to get the unique name right here. Keep in mind, I do need to add the extension, the region code, so .crm. I will need to include that into my unique name. So I'm going to copy, and then I'd paste it in here with my .crm unique region code. Environment ID, same thing. We can get it from the session details within the Power Automate portal. And that would be right here in the environment ID column. Next would be our environment unique name of COE main. So we're going to go into the Power Apps portal in main and get the session details there and pull in that value. So here, my KubeChain main environment, I'm going to click on the settings cog and click session details. And again, I'll copy down my unique name and again, append my .crm region code, which is shown right here. Next, we're going to get the Azure Key Vault secret. I'm going to do all three at once here. There's three different Azure Key Vault environment variables. So the Azure Key Vault expects a certain format. So to get that, we're going to showcase that now. So if I go into, we're going to want to go to the Azure portal. So here in the Azure portal, you're going to want to click on and find your key vault that you're using for the automation COE, where we're storing those secrets for the Dataverse API that is from the app registration. In my case, it's this key vault. And we want to click on Secrets tab. And then now we want to grab the URL, but only from subscriptions, including the / at the beginning. And we're going to copy down the rest of it here. So Control copy, and I'm going to paste this into a notepad. And then, here, let me just bring over the screen. So now I have my subscription all the way up until the very end here at secrets. What I want to do is I want to add a / and add my secret name. So in my case, it's going to be KubeChain Dataverse API client ID, Dataverse API secret, and my Dataverse API tenant ID. And now we want to pass these into our environment variables. Next, we're going to get the automation project app ID. We're going to get that from the automation COE in main. So if I head back over to main and click on apps, and then in the automation project app, I'm going to click on details and then copy this app ID. Next is our environment region. We can get this from the Power Platform Admin Center. If we go there and click on the environment that we're in, which is KubeChain prod, we'll be able to see the region as well as the environment URL. So inside of our KubeChain prod in the Power Platform Admin Center, we can see that the region here is United States. And I can also copy down my environment URL for the other environment variable as well. Next, we're going to do the desktop flows base URL. We can get that from the Power Automate portal by clicking on the My Flows tab. In here, we want to copy down the beginning part of the URL up into environments, including the /. Then next, we're going to grab the flow session trace record owner ID. This is going to be found within the Power Apps portal within Dataverse. So let's head there. So inside my KubeChain prod environment in Power Apps, I'm going to click on the data tab and click on tables. And then I'm going to click on the users table. And then I'm going to click on data. You might have to open up data in Excel to actually see the record that you're looking for, but I'm going to pass in the automation COE account as the session record owner ID for all these flow session traces that are going to happen. So I'm going to click on this view up here and enable user. I'm going to click on all columns, and then I'm going to do a quick Control F and just find this account. So here's the account here. So if I select that record and then go back to the beginning, this is the GUID for this record. I'm going to copy that, and that's when it's going to be my flow session trace record ID. And then the Azure Key Vault, we did those ones already. And environment URL, we did that again. We got that from the admin center. Environment name, we can actually just copy that right from here up the top. So copy that, paste that there. And then the automation COE alert email recipient, this is for the flow exception framework tooling within the automation COE. So this is going to be the person that's going to get all these alerts that we configure within the rules of the flow exception framework. In this case, I'm using Ashley Shelton. She's going to be our administrator or triage person for the errors. And then I'm going to click import. And then we're going to wait here until this is done importing. As we can see, the solution is now imported successfully. So now we want to go into the solution to make sure that all the flows are turned on. So now I'm going to filter it by cloud flows. And now I'm going to check the status here. So I can see that they're all perfect. They're all on. So that is perfect. So that concludes the environment variable setup. So next we're going to assign the security roles that are included with the solution. And for that, we're going to need to go to the Power Platform Admin Center. So inside of the Power Platform Admin Center, inside of our environment, we're going to assign our security roles. So the first one is the Flow Session Exception Admin. So if I just type in Flow Session Exception Admin, here's this one. So if I click on it, we can assign people here. I'm just going to assign Ashley Shelton. I'm going to click Add. And then the second role that we're going to assign is called the Desktop Flow Definition Admin. I just have a Desktop Flow Definition Admin. I can also add people in here. I will also add Ashley and hit Add. Now we need to assign the column security profile. So inside the solution, there's a column security profile. The profile enables users to see the script field inside the Desktop Flow Definition table. Just be advised that this role should only be assigned to COE admins due to the sensitive information that may be visible to the users. Important to note that this script field is synced and stored inside of the Desktop Flow Definition table by default. Okay, so let's assign this role. So how do we do that? Click on the profile itself. It'll open up the dynamic experience. Next, we want to click on users. And then we want to click on add right here. Once pop-up opens, we want to search for the user we want to add to here. So again, I'll just use Ashley Shelton as an example. I'll hit enter, and then there she is. Now be advised I do have to click on this checkbox and click select. That'll put them over here into the selected records, and then I can click add. And to confirm, there's Ashley Shelton there. And lastly, we can import the Desktop Flow actions. Now we're going to close this tab, and then I'm going to go over to my tables and click on Desktop Flow action. As we can see, there is no data, just like the other time, and from the main environment. And now we're going to click on data, get data from Excel, and we're going to pass in that model or the CSV file that was included with our package. Once we select our file, it's going to be uploading. Once this is complete, we're going to be able to click the import button. As we can see, the mapping was successful. So now we can click the import button, and this will import our desktop flow actions. Once it's completed, this green confirmation box will show, and we can click this X button and then click the refresh data to confirm that the data has been in fact imported. And lastly, there is one environment variable that we were not able to configure upon import, and that is the store extracted script. This is a no field, and the only way to change that would be to go inside of the default solution and change it. So let's just showcase how to do that. So if I click back and go into the default solution and filter on the left pane here by environment variables, and then we can see here the store extracted script. We click on this, and this is where we can change yes or no. By default, it is yes. And what this is doing, it's basically storing, it's indicating whether or not to store the extracted script from the desktop flow inside of the script field inside of the desktop flow definition table. So if you do not want to sync that, or if you do not want to store this data, come in here and select no. Be advised that any modifications to these environment variables in doing it this way, you will need to turn off the flows that are using this environment variable and turn it back on. So it is advised once changing environment variables to turn off the flows and turn them back on again to get that new value. This is a known issue, a limitation within Microsoft. Hopefully this gets fixed soon.